What's going on, guys? It's Aiden25 here, and welcome back to another episode of our Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Red Rescue Team playthrough. So, it's been a couple days, obviously, since the last episode, and I've been feeling like crap, guys. I've slept super bad, the last 3 nights in a row, and yesterday, I just really was lethargic all day. I was not feeling great, just in general, on top of being tired. And Tuesday, I really was just way overtired. But I didn't unfortunately get all the leveling up that I wanted to get done to go to the Thunder Fields, because I didn't actually end up having enough huge apples to get me through, all of my grinding and whatnot. But let me show you guys what we did do. War Turtle is now a Blastoise, and as you can see, it's level 39. It was the strongest Mon I had, so I was using it, obviously, to do my grinding, right? So that's why he's way higher level now than Venusaur, even though he already was a couple levels higher to begin with. But, he is now a Blastoise, though, like I said, and he's level 39. Let's see, what else happened? We recruited some Mons as well. I got a Mr. Mime from inside of Solar Cave, which is pretty cool. I evolved Wooper into Quagsire, but his stats are, his attack stats are okay, but his HP and his defenses are kind of mediocre. And he he wasn't even getting one of every stat per level up. It would be maybe 1 HP and then 1 attack, 1 special attack, or 1 attack, 1 defense, per level. And then the next one would be 1 special attack, 1 special defense. Then the next level would be back to attack, and you know what I'm saying? So that's a no-go. That's why he stopped at level 23. I also recruited a Dunsparce. I've only got Gligar up a couple levels because he was the last one that I started him a little bit later, obviously last, and by the time I had started him, I had to resort to just doing missions to get him leveled up, so obviously he's not getting as much XP. But his stats are really low right now, but his stat gains are crazy. I don't know how long that's going to last for, but at least for right now, he's getting 4 to 5 HP a level and then 2 into every stat. So you add 16 to that, 16 times 11, that's what, 176, I think, right? So, well, that's actually, I feel like that's not right. Hold on. No, I so did that math wrong. It would be 11 times 2, or 16 times 2. So it'd be, what's that? That's 72. Which, granted, he's probably not going to be getting... No, that ain't right, neither. This is how you know I'm tired, guys. My mental math is getting bad. 16 times 2, Aiden. That's 32. That checks out. Okay, that checks out. So yeah, that's pretty good. 50 in both defenses. And even if it starts to peter off when we get into the mid, the low to mid 20s to high 20s, if it drops down to 1, that's still going to be in the 40s for his defense. That's still pretty good, as long as it stays going like that, you know what I mean? So that's definitely a possibility for us. I just have to get Dig for it, obviously, right? So it has a ground type move. I did recruit another Phanpy as well, and then our Phanpy I evolved into Donphan. It's still at level 25 though, because again, I've had to resort to just doing missions. So, don't really have that much HP. Or, I'm sorry, XP coming in, but, his stats are looking pretty good. I'm really actually enjoying the HP stat. That's pretty clutch. And the attack stats look pretty good too. Although, Gligar is pretty close on the attacking stats, all things considered, and he's 11 levels lower, so... And his HP is pretty on par too, so I think realistically it'll be whoever's got the best stats at level 30 is who I end up using. Granted, that's what it was going to be anyway, right? But if it's like a tie, then I might just pick and choose. But I think that was it. I think that's all the new mods and stuff that we got shaken and bacon. Yes, okay. So since that's not done, I'm gonna pivot a little bit, and I'm gonna scoop up Blastoise here. And I'm going to send him to Mount Blaze. And we're gonna try to recruit Moltres. So we can start trying to get the birds, because that's going to be pretty important as well to unlock another segment of the post game. So, and I'm going to make sure that I'm checking the Kecleon shops to see not only about getting Dig, but also getting huge apples and reviver seeds and whatnot to restock myself, because I used the storage up. It's looking pretty thin right now. So I'm gonna need to stock it all back up so that we actually, we have some. You know what I mean? But I hope everybody's having a good day today, though. Today is Thursday, so I hope everybody's doing alright. I'm doing a little bit better today. I got a little bit more energy. I'm not feeling as crappy, which is good. I didn't sleep great last night either, though, to be fair, but I don't feel as crappy anyways. I have the past couple days, which is good, so at least for now. Fingers crossed it stays that way, of course. Had a little bit of heartbreak last night. I mean, the odds were very, 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 very slim. And so many different factors all had to come into play for it to happen, but there was still a chance of the Sox making the playoffs, but we basically had to win the remaining 4 games that we had, for one. And on top of that, Kansas City had to lose 4 out of their next 5, which honestly kind of would have been a possibility because they've been on a major slide lately. And then the Twins would have to drop, I think, 3 of their next 4, and the Mariners would have to drop 1 of their next 3. Along with, all 3 of those things would have to happen, along with us taking all 6 of our remaining games. Or all 4, I'm sorry, of our remaining games. So, with all that being compounded together, part and parcel, the odds of that happening are kind of slim, of course, but we basically we lost last night, so that sealed our fate completely no matter what happened. I mean, it didn't make it any better that both the Royals and the Mariners won last night, or the Royals and the Twins. I can't remember which one. I know the Royals won for sure though, but and the Tigers did too. I mean, they didn't, for some reason they didn't put the Tigers in the what also had to happen for us to make it, even though they're tied with Kansas City right now. But I think it's just purely because they hold the second wild card spot, even though they're tied with Kansas City. But yeah, either way they won too. So I want to say that even if we had won, I think we still would have been done last night because they won. But I don't know, because we were 3.5 back before the wins/losses got, put in from last night. So I think we were done anyway, because of the fact that they won. But again, I don't know for 100% sure. But I do know though that because we lost, we're done. So that kind of sucks. But like I said, I mean, I kind of, I wasn't being super delusional with it, thinking we genuinely had a chance, because it literally so many things had to align for that to actually, come about for us. So it was not too likely, but still sucks either way, because we were that close, you know what I mean? But honestly though, I mean, we're way closer to 500 than I would have liked, but considering we've had losing years the past 2 seasons and we've finished in like last place in the division the last 2 years, even if we finish at 500 in 3rd place in the division, I absolutely will take that as a victory, and I will be okay with that. But, you know, granted, I'd prefer us to end the season on a winning note. Hey, look at that, another Slugma. Cool. So now we have both of the Slugmas that we're going to need. That's awesome. Obviously, I'm not going to bring him with me to fight Moltres. I'll just send him home once we get to the midway point. But, yeah, and we got a lot to build on for next season, which is good, because we did show a lot of sparks and glimmers of a playoff contending baseball team this year. They really just need to strengthen that bullpen. That's quite literally all it boils down to, is they just need to strengthen the bullpen. Like, if we can get the bullpen stronger and better, then we'll be good to go. Because the bats, I mean, you know, the bats are gonna fluctuate. That's just how the nature of baseball works. But a lot of times it was like the bats could put up 4 or 5 runs. I mean, granted, that's not even scuffling, but like, you know, you kind of need to have a pitching staff sometimes that if, you know, all you can muster as an offense is 1 or 2 runs, that you still can win the game. You know what I mean? I mean, obviously, you know, nobody's gonna win 162. That's just how it is. But there were also some nights where we'd put up 4, 5, 6, even more than that, 7, 8, 9 runs, and you'd be like, oh yeah, you know, that's just a walk in the park. We'll just walk this one home, and we'd still lose. Like, you can't put everything on the offense. Like, you know, if they put up 6 runs, that should be game over. You know what I mean? Okay, so we'll see how this goes with Moltres. I'm gonna try this rewind feature too, instead of just flat out resetting. To see if, like, that kind of, if it works as like a soft reset compared to, oh, never mind, he just joined right away. That's why Moltres is the GOAT, bruh. He just joins right away, no problems. That's why he's my favorite bird, bro, right there. And there we go, just like with 80% of the legendaries in the game, as soon as you recruit them, you gain it, or as soon as you recruit one of the birds, you gain access to their friend area. That's awesome, though, that just worked out like that. You love to see that. Oh, that's weird. Blastoise doesn't have a portrait in the ending dialogue, even though he absolutely has one in the game. That's kind of interesting. I actually didn't know that. But alright, cool. So, I guess next we'll go to Frosty Forest. So I'll scoop Magneton up now, and we'll go try and grab Articuno. Just because I don't quite think Sudowoodo's leveled up enough to go get Zapdos. He might still be too low leveled for Zapdos. I realistically would want him to be level 30, and I don't think Sudowoodo's level 30. Is he? No, I didn't think so, yeah. Alright, so where is Magneton? Magneton, there he is. We're gonna send you after Articuno, because that should be no problems, because he can't really touch me, and I'll obviously be super effective against him, so it'll be good to go. Blastoise, you can stand by. But the Dodgers did win last night in spectacular fashion. So our magic number to clinch the division is 2, which is awesome. And I think if we, I want to say that even though it is 2, I think if we win tomorrow, I think we're guaranteed it. Oh wait, no, we're not, because then I think we would then tie with the Padres, and they have the tiebreaker. because we needed to sweep them to take the season series. But since we lost game 1, they have the season series, which sucks. But you know, I'm not gonna lie to you guys though. I'm more worried about the Dodgers this year than I have been in the past couple of years. Although, I was pretty worried last year because of how bad we did in 22. After we had like one of the best seasons in baseball to date. Getting completely obliterated by the Mets in the first round. Or in the DS, I mean. Well, yeah, first round, too, because the wild card don't necessarily count. But, last year I was a little bit nervous, but this year I'm more nervous because we're kind of like, we're barely going to squeak into having the division, which is weird, because usually by this point we've already had the division locked up. Like, almost without question locked up. And, like, beginning of the month, kind of, like, first week of the month, we'd have the division locked up type of deal. Not like it's literally going to come down to the last 3 games of the season type of shit, right? But on top of that, we really ain't been playing the best baseball. Like, the bats have been quiet. Except for Show, of course, but I mean, it's Shohei Ohtani, what do you expect? But, like, you know, like, the bats have been pretty quiet. The pitching's been all over the place. And it's not necessarily their faults. I mean, injuries have happened, you know what I mean? So it's like, you know, Bueller's missed, what, like, the last 2.5, well, before he came back, anyway. You know, it was like, what, 2.5 years I think he had missed, or 1.5 years at least, or something like that, right? So, I mean, you know, it makes sense that he's not back at 100%. And, you know, Yamamoto was pitching great before he went on the IL, but, you know, of course, once you go on the IL, it's still, like, you know, an adjustment period once you get back. You know what I mean? And, he hasn't been pitching bad, don't get me wrong. He just hasn't been himself since he's come back, you know what I mean? Like, he's showing sparks of himself, but he's not, you know, he's not fully back, which, again, makes sense, because he was on the IL for a hot little minute. And obviously, we don't have Glasnow at all. He's shut down for the rest of the season, which really sucks. And I want to say that Kirsch is too, unless he's going to be back, like, in time for the postseason. But, again, he's missed basically this whole year. So, and when he was pitching, the last time he did pitch, he wasn't really Clayton Kershaw. Which, again, you know, you miss pretty much the whole season. What do you expect? And the bullpen's kind of been hit and miss lately. They're kind of going back into a cold spell again, which is somewhat alarming. But I'm not overly worried about the bullpen so much as I am the starting rotation. Because, you know, if the bullpen picks up a game that's already, you know, and they're already down by 6-7 runs, like, who cares? You know what I mean? Like, if they give up 1 or 2 more, like, that just kind of is what it is at that point, because, you know, even with our offense being what it is, you know, we're not going to always be able to put up 10, 11, 12, 13 runs. They're more than capable of it, don't get me wrong, but again, the bats have been kind of cold and weird lately too, so it's like, I don't know. I am a little bit worried, but we'll see what happens, of course. I mean, it is baseball and it is the playoffs, so quite literally anything can happen, but it's looking like we're gonna have another bye this year. It's either gonna because I think we're gonna have the division. I'm pretty sure. I don't see us dropping the division to have to play the wild card, but I think we'd have to really nosedive over the next couple weeks for that to happen. So I think that's kind of unlikely. But Again, the past 2 years having the bye hasn't really been good for us. It's been like it was weird watching them play baseball in the postseason the past couple of years. Like in 22, it was really weird in 22 because like we had the best record in baseball. We had one of the best seasons in baseball history. Not even just Dodgers history, but baseball history. I think we did have the best season in Dodgers history, but we also almost had the best season in baseball history. I think we needed like 1 or 2 more game wins to get the best season in baseball history. So we just missed it. And then we get the week off because we obviously we won the division, right? So we were top seed for the playoffs. And not only winning the division, we had the best record, so we were top seed. So we got to go right to the DS. And we waited for whoever won the wild card between the Mets and the in the our brackets round of the wild card or whatever, right? Well, the Mets won, and I'm like, okay, man, that's pretty chill, whatever, no big deal. And then they came in and absolutely just steamrolled us. Like it was like we had completely forgotten how to play baseball. And it was so weird watching them play, because it's like all the pitchers forgot how to pitch, all the hitters forgot how to swing a bat, like the defense was a little bit sloppy, and it's like, what are you guys doing, man? Like, we only had a week off, like the All-Star break was longer than it was the same length, and we maintained the exact same pace that we had first half of the season. So like, what's going on now? You know what I mean? It was so weird watching them play baseball. So then last year comes, and we didn't have as good of a season, but we still had the division by. Okay, let's see. Let me see how this works. So does this work as a soft reset? Let's see. I'm actually curious. Is it? It does. Okay, cool. That's so much faster. That's so awesome. Okay. What was I saying? I completely lost my train of thought. Oh yeah. So we once again had the bye because we still easily clinched the division, and I want to say we still had the best record. Or I can't remember now actually, because Atlanta had a super good year last year. I can't remember if we had the division if we had the best record. Or if Atlanta did. Either way, though, we had the bye, so like we still had the week off or whatever, and it was the Padres and whoever they were playing for the wild card, and the Padres ended up moving on, and they came on to play us. Well, I wasn't worried about that at all, because in the regular season, we had the Padres number. Like, it wasn't even close. Maybe this is seeded, because he's used agility for every single time, hasn't he? Maybe this is seeded. Yeah, I think it might be. Damn, okay. Oh, wait. Alright, we'll do a quick little reset. That sucks. I kind of thought that it would be a, I kind of thought that it would be, like a soft reset, but I guess it's literally just in case like maybe you mess something up or whatever, you can rewind and then do it again to get another shot at it. It is still a cool feature though, don't get me wrong. I probably could have done that way better than the way that I did it too, huh? Well, maybe not, actually. I think that was the only way that I could do that. Okay, well, whatever. We'll run through again and we'll try to, we'll try her again. And if I don't get it this time, then I'll just cut out me refighting him, and then I'll bring it back in, you know, after I have recruited him, if it takes me another attempt after this. Damn. But yeah, so the Padres in the because in the regular season, I think like what was it? I think it was like 9-1. I think we had them beat or whatever. It was like not even close. Like our season series, like it wasn't even close. Like we had them absolutely like we just destroyed them in the regular season. Like it wasn't even close. So I'm like, okay, cool, we're playing the Padres, we've had their number all year, that's great. I'm like, you know, obviously they got all this positive momentum coming from the wild card series and everything, but you know, it's still us and it's still the Padres, so, you know, we'll be alright. Thought nothing of it. So, and once again, we just got absolutely destroyed. Like they steamrolled through us like it was nothing. Like I think they took us in 4. I'm pretty sure we only won 1 game. Oh wait, no. That was in 22. Last year it was the Diamondbacks. I'm tripping, guys. I'm thinking I'm like I'm behind. I forgot how far ahead we are in time. So the Mets thing that I was talking about was actually in 21. That was the year that we... Yeah, that was the year we lost to the Mets. 22 was still right, but that was with the Padres that we lost to. But everything else that I said about it was right. It was this we had the season series with the Padres, like no, literally like it was ours. Like, you know, like we owned them during the regular season. So I'm like, okay, yeah, no problem. And then it was like night and day. Last year was bad too, though. Like the Diamondbacks literally just got in to the wild card, like at the very end. Damn it. Okay, I'm gonna make a quick cut here, guys, and I will catch you guys after I've recruited Articuno, and I'll finish the story. Alright, guys, 5th time's the charm. Alright. And this, once again, is why Moltres is the GOAT. Because we got Moltres first try, and it took like 6 to get Articuno. Same percent chance to recruit, by the way, 30%. So, it's just literally just proven more and more that Moltres is the GOAT. But I will have to save grabbing Zapdos for another day because obviously Sudowoodo is not leveled up quite enough for me to use. But, and I'm just gonna, I'll wrap up the baseball story because I'm sure nobody wants to hear me keep droning on about that. Basically, part and parcel, last season in the postseason was the most embarrassing of them all, though, because we absolutely got, I'm pretty sure we got swept by the Diamondbacks, and it wasn't even close. Like, they embarrassed the ever-loving hell out of us last season. It was so annoying to watch. So, hopefully that doesn't happen to us this year, but we'll see. Hopefully the Dodgers can, you know, at least, you know, make it out of the first round. I mean, I'd love to see us go to the World Series and win, but I'll honestly be fine at least making it out of the first round this year. But either way, I do think it's a great place to wrap this part up, guys. So I am going to try, hopefully I have a good amount of huge apples stocked up now, so I should be able to go back to Solar Cave to finish leveling up everybody. The Donphan and the Gligar to level 30. And hopefully I also can get Dig for them in that span of time as well. And I'll try and get Sudowoodo leveled up too. Those last couple levels up to level 30. If I'm able to. And then if not, either getting Dig for my ground types or, you know, getting them to level 30, then at least we'll be able to pivot to grab Zapdos and then figure something else out for the next episode. But with that, guys, I do think this is a great place to wrap this part up. So if you guys did enjoy this episode, please leave a like down below. I'd greatly appreciate that. And click that subscribe button if you guys are new. And don't forget to click that little notification bell so you guys do get notified next time videos do go live on the channel. And with that, I will see you guys on my next episode. See you later, guys.